On this episode, I'm going to try and get this Valiant running. It's almostly there. It should fire up and run. So let's see how we go on this. Might catch fire, might not, but we're out on a big property. So as you can see behind me, there is nothing out here. It is quite literally just me and this Valiant and a bunch of tools, me included. So stay tuned, here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic.
Alright, so let's have a quick walk around this thing. It's not in too bad a nick. It's been sitting out here a while. I'm pretty sure it's a VJ Valiant. I'm not too up on the Valiants. It is a Ranger. So it is an old farm car according to the farm owner. They used to drive around in it shooting, as far as I know. Everything looks pretty good. It's got a bit of rust down here in the rear quarter, as you can see. But as far as I can tell, that's the only bad bit of rust. Everything's all in it. All the doors, you know, roof's a little pushed in. There's a dent down here. And the guard's sort of pushed in. But other than that, this thing's in pretty good condition, you know. I've been up here and I've had to look at this because, as I said, he is selling it. And it's been covered up. And it's in really good condition. Everything's here on the engine, as you can see. So, and it does turn over by hand. I can spin it by hand. If you have a look down here. Oh, hang on. I've got it in gear. I was up here playing with it earlier. I think that's it. I'll try and prop you somewhere so I can grab this. But see, you can turn it by hand. So, the only thing I found that's missing is the alternator. But that's okay. I've got constant power in the truck, so we'll just hook it up. Try and see where we've got our powers and everything like that. And try and get that to fire up. And that'll help with the sale, hopefully. Somebody can watch this video, somebody who wants to buy this. Maybe restore it. I was going to buy it, but with me still going on the larder and everything like that. And I've got a second larder. I don't have the time at the moment. And with COVID going on and everything, I can't do it. So if you have a look inside, the seats have seen better days. But I mean, it's all there. A couple of caps. Dash has seen better days. Roof lining's there, but I mean, it's not happy. But the floor's intact, isn't it? Well, there's no rust. Well, not that we can tell with the carpet, but I mean, there's been a bit of water there. It smells like stale washing, but it's not a bad smell. Door skins are all still there. They're not pretty though. Even the trims on this, you know, like, I mean, it's a pretty salvageable car. You know, it's got a solid body to it. It's amazing. So, like, you know, even that side, a few little bits and pieces, some of the chrome work. There's a couple of things down there, you know. But yeah. Window winder. So, like, I mean, all in all, this car's complete, you know. It'd be a really good project for somebody, I reckon. So, I'll grab a screwdriver, we'll try and open this boot. Alright, got the boot pops. Couple of tyres. Bit of water. But I mean, it's solid, you know? It's a solid floor. What is that? Bit of newspaper. Like the floor in this is solid, you know? I mean, you couldn't go wrong. But anyways, Chromeworks copped a bit of a hit. Nothing you couldn't knock out and fix up though. That's all they need, some new lenses. Well, a new lens. Depends how far you want to go, you know? Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll set up and then we'll try and get this motor to fire over and we'll see how we go. I don't want to be out here all day because it's wet and cold and miserable, as Kuma is. So, alright, I'll set up. We'll get back into this engine. Alright. So, first things first, we'll probably just check for powers. We'll, I got an earth strap here. And a positive. I did bring a battery with me, so we'll see what happens. We'll check this out. Let's do a quick inspection of everything. Well, that's a bonus. We've got an air filter. Some spider webs, but I mean everything's clear in there. So everything moves, so we're not locked up, which is always good. I'll grab my rag. Got a bit of rag. Not the one from my bedroom. We'll check the oil, which is back over here. Plenty in that. It looks pretty good too. It's a bit black, but it's there. It's overfull, to be totally honest. But anyways, that's alright. Nothing wrong with that. Slide her back in there. No alternator, which is fine. Everything looks to be there. The digicals are on there. None of the wires look to be bitten, rat chewed. Let's hope this is an easy startup, eh? Battery and turnkey. Oh, here's my battery. Negative on. Positive. We'll see if it'll crank. Everything's in it, so no key. You reckon they've jimmied the lock? Oh, there's a light. Look, we have a temp gauge as well. Oh, fuel gauge is going off the Richter. She's got a full tank of something. Oh, I've got clicking. Can you hear that? Sounds like the starter's stuck. We might try and knock that and see how we go. Otherwise I'm gonna have to pull it off. Right, we'll give that a go. Still the same. What are we getting in the way of voltage? I did have this on the boil overnight. 11.6, so that's still alright. What are we getting down here? Six volt. Oh, 9 volt. So there's something going on somewhere. I do have jump leads. I might just hook it up to the truck and then straight to that, I think, and we'll see how we go with that. I'll leave the battery in there. We'll see how this goes, hey? I don't think that'll make a difference. I think I'll be quite literally pulling this starter motor off. Oh, I found the horn. Alright, well that didn't work. So I'll pull that starter off and we'll have a look at it. See what the deal is. Hopefully it's an easy fix. Alright, so I pulled the starter out. I did get it to wind over, it was just locked up. So I just put me big old screwdriver in it and I just ran 12 volts straight to it from the work truck, and she spun over. So I had to put a bridging wire in, you can see there. I managed to take a bit of wire off that Falcon over there, just off the old fog lamps that are half smashed in. So I've got that going, and it won't fire off the key. So I've got to bridge it with my key here, and it should spin. So I'll hook up some power and we'll see if we can get this engine to crank. Let's see how we go. Oh, it's in gear. Hang on. Three on the tree, can't go wrong. Alright, let's try and get this thing to crank. Oh. It's whining, but it's not happy. So that's a start. I might try and start the truck and we'll try and get some more juice into this, and then we'll check for spark and everything. Hopefully it'll wind over a bit better than that though, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so while that's charging, I just want to check that I've got voltage coming to the coil. I don't know if you can see that. Probably going to have to run another wire, I reckon. So let's just have a look here. Probably help we've had the key on. Let's try that now. Doesn't look like I've got much coming to the coil. At all. I'm gonna have to run another wire, I think, by the looks of that. But what we'll do is we'll see if I got spark coming out of it. Anyways, not that I will, but we'll have a look and see what the story is on that. See is there, I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully we can get a spark out of that. Oh, there was a spark there. Did you see that? That was a spark. I seen a spark. Pretty sure that was a spark. Don't quote me on it. Alright, so as you've seen, we had some spark Wasn't a lot, but it might be enough to fire it off. I'm pretty sure this thing's just got really bad earthing problems. Every time I try and crank it over, all the earths get hot. So, I mean, there's a bit of steel out here. I've got this Falcon. I might try and pinch some earth leads off that, try and clean up a really good earth. I just want to give a big shout out to the fridge in the back paddock for the 12 volt that I ran to the battery for it. Hopefully that'll get us a bit more juice into it, and we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I'm going to try and put some fuel down the carb, and we'll see if it'll at least try and fire off, and we'll see what happens. I might turn the truck off so there's not so much noise, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. You know as much as I do. So we had a little bit of spark. You know, we'll see what happens. See if I can get this done. All right, the moment of truth. Here we go. You ready? That felt like a bark. Ooh, I think this thing might want to go. I just think I've got a really bad earthing problem here. Alright, update. Thanks to the Falcon, got a bigger earth lead. I cleaned it up, everything like that. So I'll put a little bit more sniff down the carby, and we'll see what happens. Remove all flammables, obviously. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, hopefully this new earth works and we can get this going. Oh yeah, come on. Seems to be cranking better. Alright, well we've got a really good crank out of it now. I might just double check it for spark. Might have to hook my 12 volt back on. My coil's getting warm. We'll see what happens, we'll see how we go. Quickly check this again. Get the key. That was a goer. I'm gonna say there's spark. Alright, let's give her another go and see what happens. Hey? How exciting! Bit more sniff, I reckon. Hey, she's a runner. She's a runner. Alright, I might put the fuel line on. I'll try and fill up the bowl, see what we can get happening here. Alright, so it looks like the squirters are actually working on this, so I'll try and fire it up again and we'll see if we can get it to keep running. Hey, there you go, she's a runner. Hey? Beautiful, all it needed was a good ground and it would go. I still don't think it'll crank off the key, but you never know your luck in a big world. Nah. So she won't fire off on the key. But hey, got it running, that's all I wanted to do. So, beautiful. I might just fill the bowl with what petrol I do have left. And then that way people who want to buy it can see it running decently. And yeah, I mean it needs some work, you know. But I mean, it's obviously a restoration, but you've got a running driveline. You know, I think that's a pretty good start for a car. So we're probably going to put this up for about 2,500 or best offer. So if you want a good little project to get a start on, this is the one for you. I'll fill up that bowl and then we'll start it and see how long we can keep it running for. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. Or he might not be, I don't know. But that is a win. That's amazing, hey? Consider we couldn't even get it to crank this morning. I've only been out here a couple of hours, it hasn't been very long. So, alright. Like I said, if I had the time or the money, I'd buy it, you know? Right. I did sell the other Valiant too, by the sounds of it. We got another Valiant Regal down in the back paddock that I've sold. Alright, it's all quiet on the western front. Start it. Alright, you guys ready? I'll get down here so you can see it in action, but actually set this up for the Facebooks and the all the other stuff, you know. don't know what I'm doing with this technology, you know. Or where I'm pointing it. For the tubes, you know. All my tube ubers out there. Alright, long run. Let's go. Come on. Now I won't run. The reds have come off. Try again. The ignition's so dicky that the reds won't stay on. There we go. She's a runner. Fucking sounds alright too. Alright, that's all the fuel out of the bowl. She's a goer. There you have it. 2 hours. Pinching parts off an XD Falcon and I got her running. Like I said, if you want to buy this, it's up for sale. Hit me up. Send me an email and I can send you everything I got about it. That's 7 axis. Thanks for watching, guys. I just want to give a big shout out to the fridge in the back paddock for the 12 volt that I ran to the battery for it. Hopefully that'll get us a bit more juice into it, and we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I'm going to try and put some fuel down the carb, and we'll see if it'll at least try and fire off, and we'll see what happens.